Let's take you to this story where the Limpopo Health Department says it's evacuating the Witpoort hospital in Lephalale due to the overflowing Palala Dam following the recent heavy rainfall there. The department's spokesperson, Shikwambana, says the hospital will be closed to ensure the safety of patients, staff and the public. He also has advised patients to seek treatment at nearby clinics in Shongoane, Seleka and Abbotspoort. Now, he also says emergency cases can be referred to the Ellisras hospital. SABC News reporter Pimani Baloyi is on the ground and has more for us. Pimani, a very good afternoon to you. Just talk to us about what the latest situation is. Of course, we heard from the spokesperson there that various patients are being moved to other nearby hospitals.
Good afternoon, Unati, and good afternoon to our viewers. Unati, this level of devastation is quite extensive in and around villages that are located in Seleka, outside Lephalale in Limpopo. And the hospital is not just the only area that is hugely affected. At the hospital, we were told that patients that no longer needed care have been discharged home. But we spoke to taxi operators who stated that they also struggled to get some of them to their various homes due to flooding on roads and some bridges not being able to be passable. But other patients that still need medical attention were being ferried by emergency personnel vehicles to various hospitals, including the Ellisras hospital. But Unat, I'm going to step out of shot just to show you the extent of the damage. I'm at a household here in a village near that hospital, where, as you can see, this household is extremely, completely flooded in water. It's not the only one. Even the houses behind it are fully flooded, and community members, residents here, have had to move their furnitures out. When we first got to this household, there were bakkies ferrying furniture out of this household. People telling us that their food stuff is wet, they have not had a meal, and they don't know where they will be spending the night. But Unati, to talk more about the extent of the damage of this flooding, I'm joined by the mayor of the local Lephalale municipality, Councillor Aaron Mokhehle, who's been traveling around his entire jurisdiction just to find out the extent of the damage. Mayor, thank you so much for your time. We know you started off at Thabo Mbeki settlement, where the hospital is located. What have you seen so far? How extensive is this flooding?
Thank you very much. We want to confirm that this morning we went to Thabo Mbeki mo elongore re movile batho ba rena o tswa mantlong a bona ka ilore a ile tshwara ke metsi re na le batho ba ka fitlang 400 ba re ba move into Thabo Mbeki hall. Today oba mamotla se khona go sidia go ba fa o make sure bana le dijo ba tla khona gore ba be le tshelo gore ba ka khona gore bala. Of course, the assessment is still on. Where we are sitting, re ka se khona re ka raba thorano tshenyo e leng gona ke ka e kanya ka bokae kanya kaeng re ka khona o dia fela tshelo tshwantse re dire we make sure re tla ba tlishetsa the ablution facilities from Thabo Mbeki so that bophelo bo khona o tswela pele at that temporary location.
I understand there are also roads and bridges that have been affected, the evacuation at the Witpoort hospital, but also the Groblersbrug border post that connects South Africa and Botswana. What's happening with that regard?
More along now, we advised or no, the operation has been suspended until further notice. So we are also advising our people, those who want to use Groblersbrug or ba or no oka sokone or ba tshela ya Botswana ka e ba tswaletse for now. But it's not only the Groblersbrug that is not operating. Renale tsela ya rena ya o tswa Thabazimbi R510 Leona ga o sepele just 10 kilometers pelo tsana ka tropo ona le metsi a mantshi kudu mo ileng gore batho ba ka se gona o feta ba o tswa Thabazimbi re nyaka ba advise gore no ba berekise some alternative roads, especially that one ya bobela o tswa ka Mokopane. That's the only way, because so tswa ka Falvatero tla ka Lephalale lona is not possible. And re be re bontšhe gore ge o tswa mokopano ba o tswa Shongoane le ona e sa le problem R518 a e bereke mo mola the single bridge e re na le yona. So the only road e leng gore now is possible to access town with caution ba re batho ba rena ba kgona go reila ka tlhokomelo kudu ke tsela ya R510 ya o joina R572 ga o ya Seleka le ona ena le area tse 3 tse leng gore di na le metsi o bontšha gore ka mokgwa dipula di leng ka ona if re kry-a more le ka mokgwa matamo a buletsweng ka ona ba a thubeileng re ka khumana re na le mathata gore tsela ela e ka feleletša e tlatše metsi.
I understand you are still making assessments to figure out how extensive this damage is, but you've also mentioned that about 400 people are being catered for at the Thabo Mbeki Hall. What sort of support are you giving, specifically the immediate needs to the people who don't know where they will sleep today and who haven't had a meal today?
Like ke bontšhitše gore no o sa dia ditlhotlhomišo ka mafapha ka moka a mmušo a re bereka le lona ane jwale se re kgoneng go se dia ko fa batho ba Thabo Mbeki dijo re sa lebeletše gore re kgone go ba kry-ela dilo tša go tshwana le dikobo re ta kry-a thušo go tšwa mafapheng ka moka mmušo a e leng gore a lebane le tša tshenyegelo e ntši ba go tshwana le seemo se nna re kopane le sona jwale ka masepala wa Lephalale ebile re bolela le ba boexaro ke boletše le bona o tloa maabane before tshenyegelo e ka ba ntši ntse ke bolela le ntate Madibana le bona they are ready o tla thuša ka mokgwa o ka kgonalang ka ona that e tlo tswa mo reportong e re e kry-ang di-department tše di leng mola gore batho ba tlhoka eng gone jwale then re tabe re bolela le everybody. It's not a re bolele ka di-company fela exaro le Eskom motho mo lo mongwe a leng gona mo Lephalale o e leng gore a ka kgona go thuša seemo se re leng mo sona o ba o loka letso re dia boikuelo ba gore batho ba tle ba kgone go re thuša re kgone go thuša setšhaba sa rena.
Briefly, I know the weather service has warned that there should be continuous rain in the next few days. What would be your advice to residents?
Ani jwale re ka kgopela setšhaba sa Lephalale ka moka go make sure gore ba tlhokomela bana gore ba se ralokela ka metsing ka gore metsi a ka mokgwa a tlang ka ona a tla a ka ba le dilo tša go sepela tše e leng gore maybe di tla le metsi a re dia boikuelo not only for bana le bona batho ba bagolo ka e setse re experiencitse problem ya bana ba babedi ba ba ileng ba tšea ke metsi ko Seleka e leng wa Maropola le wa Monare so re nyaka gore bophelo bo bote ke maphelo a mantši so a re sa nyaka o ba le di-incident tsa go tshwana le tseo o ba re nyaka o e gala ka bogale gore a re bontšheng bana ba rena re tloge gausi le metsi gore re se ka tla ra ba le di-problems tsa go tshwana le tse re bileng le tsone.
Ke a leboga Mayor. Onati, that is the mayor of the Lephalale municipality stating that the municipality's officials are currently on the ground trying to ascertain how extensive this flooding is and which areas need help, but stating that in the immediate they will be making sure that families that don't have food get food and families that don't have places to live are able to sleep in safe places tonight, but also stating that as the weather service states that there would be rains continuing, people must make sure that they know where their children are all the time in the fear of drowning, stating that currently they have 2 children that have drowned, so parents must make sure that they know where their children are. But the extent of this flooding has even affected the border that connects South Africa to Botswana, stating that right now services at the Groblersbrug border post have been suspended, and they are advising people to also avoid some roads that connect this Lephalale area and Thabazimbi and other areas as roads and bridges have been swept off. Uneti?